my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello, guys. Welcome once again. Wow. It's the first time we're going to be doing white medicine for the year. Whew.
Wow.
I'm telling you, and I would say, I'm gonna wish everybody, all our subscribers, all our viewers, happy New Year. For those that this is the first time you're watching our video for the year, Happy New Year's to you all. Thank you for sticking with us in the year 2023. And I hope you stick with us continuously in the year 2024.
Most
Now,
definitely.
let's go into this show called Right to Medicine. I'm going to say, I'm not going to lie. The episode was as boring as they come. I literally
Oh,
was watching, I watched the episode for 4 hours. For a 1 hour show, I watched it 4 hours. Like I had to pause. I was like, I need mental space. I need to breathe. I would pause it and go and do some other thing, then come back so as to not literally give myself a brain freeze. The episode was fucking boring.
not a brain freeze.
I was so tired. I couldn't do.
Oh God. You
It
know
was
what?
so yeah.
I thought I was the only one feeling like that. I mean, I
Oh,
was like, I watched it over so many times, and I'm like, did you understand it? Did you grasp it? Where are they going with this? I, I was like, literally, like thumbing through my phone, and I'm like, damn, I missed like 20 minutes. Let me rewind, like it was just, it didn't capture my attention.
exactly. It didn't get considering I was wearing it. We were in 7 episodes in 2023, right?
Yeah.
And we watched those 7 episodes in 2023, and I did enjoy. Every episode had something that you were looking forward to. Every episode had an interesting thing that you will say, okay, I count this thing as a very interesting thing that happened in the episode. But this episode was a shame. I think they were just trying to do too much. That's just too much of everything and nothing to show for it.
Right. I mean, the only, well, I'll wait until you get into it, but it was one thing kind of like at the end that kind of, kind of touched my
Yeah,
heart a little
yeah.
bit.
I think yes. I think that was the only part that kind of I was like, okay, okay, maybe there's something good here. But
Yeah.
I would say, I told you that the ladies usually come live on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram when the show is when the show is airing live. They do Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I enjoyed the Instagram live more
Okay.
than I did enjoy the show.
Wow. That says a lot.
Yes, because we had a lot of action on the Instagram live than on the show.
Wow.
We in on the Instagram live, which it's on my channel. I put up the full Instagram live in case anybody wants to watch it, can go watch the Instagram live. The Instagram live,
Mm-hmm.
we saw Heavenly and Sweet Tea literally got into a full-blown argument, full-blown fight.
Mm.
They were exchanging words. Insults was bouncing left and right between Heavenly and Sweet Tea. And you know how Dr. Heavenly is. When she wants to go in on the insult, she goes in deep.
Yes.
She makes you know that you're just a newbie. I've been in this game, not today. No, I've been in this game for 10 years. You're just a learner. So she went hard on Sweet Tea.
Mm-hmm.
I even felt bad for Sweet Tea. I was like, Baby girl, at this point, you should just keep quiet because I don't think if you are in a wording competition with Dr. Heavenly, you're gonna win that competition because she's going to heavily come deep at you. She's going to give you more insult. And the point that she used to win at Sweet Tea was the fact that, oh, Sweetie called her a granny, like an old woman. She was like, yeah, like your husband, you know. If you're calling
Wow.
me old, your husband is also old.
Right.
And Heavenly was so, as Heavenly went low. Heavenly went as much as saying that if Gregory isn't supposed to be married to you, he's supposed to be married to your mom because he's your mom's age mate.
Mm,
Like
my goodness.
she went deep. I got more interest on the Instagram live than I got on the episode.
My God. Yeah, it was a little boring and it dragged on.
Yeah,
And
very
I just,
boring.
I was like, hurry up and do what you're going to do, say what you're going to say, get to something else, because you're not giving me any substance to keep my attention on this television, you know?
It was so
Yeah.
boring, guys. Like, I hope nobody's offended that I keep on saying so boring so many times. Just how much I felt watching the episode. And one thing about me, I hate when I have to watch a series and I'm struggling to watch it. That's the worst kind of feeling.
Right.
You're watching a series and you're struggling, like really, really struggling. It makes you lose interest on watching that series.
Yeah, I mean, it was a few things that I liked, as far as like Karen's little birthday surprise when they were doing the painting. Okay, I love that scene. That was cute. You know, that and um when Laura was talking to Heavenly about her sister to make that phone call. I love that part. You know, and
Yeah.
then closer to the end, it had a few little things, but the rest of it was
Yeah,
just like,
they had a few little things. Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and talk about the
okay,
few little things that I felt like were worthy enough to see for me to say, okay, fine, I did enjoy this episode.
okay.
We got a continuation, guys, from last week's episode, the official removal of Quad from the group. And now Heavenly is here sitting down with Dr. Jackie, talking about, oh, I'm glad that happened. And Jackie was like, oh, you felt especially hurt about the friendship thing, about her being a user. And I see, as much as I don't like that word being used, because I've never seen Quad as somebody that's been a user in the friendship between Heavenly and her. If there's
Right.
anybody that I feel like is a user, is Heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
Heavenly is a user. Heavenly will literally go on YouTube, say whatever she wants to say, and don't care about your friendship, doesn't care about your feelings. So who's the user?
Well, Heavenly has
Who's
a
supposed to be
reckless,
hot?
yeah, she has a reckless mouth. You know what I'm saying? She says what she feels, whether it be true, it could be something that she heard somebody say that somebody else said. It's not right. If these ladies are your friends or your co-workers, it's not right. You know, I rather
Right?
for a person, I rather for a person to say what they're gonna say to my face instead of going to somebody else saying you know. So that's how I am with. I mean, and you don't owe me any loyalty, but I would rather for you, you know, it- be one on one. Say what your feelings are in my face. Don't tell
Mm-hmm.
this person, then it gets to that person, and it comes back to me because that's not a good thing.
Exactly. Exactly. And I was just like, you know what, I don't like Heavenly throwing that word about being a user of a friendship. It's not worth it. It's not supposed to be coming from someone like her. because she's the worst of the worst when it comes to friendship. I don't think if I'm close to Dr. Heavenly, I would even classify her as a close friend. We yeah, we can be cordial. We can meet each other in the party and give ourselves the highest smiles. But that's just it.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Heavenly, soon as she get to saying your mama's a bitch, oh, now see that right there would put me under some bars because I don't play that. You know, you have a problem with me, you keep it with me. Don't bring my kids in it. Don't bring my mama in it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? So she has a habit, well, in the past that I can remember of her doing that when she gets so frustrated and she has nothing else to say that'll cut you. She'll say that, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, Heavenly's mouth. I hope she tames her mouth to match her pretty face.
Anyway, let's go to this point. I know there's nothing important that happened here, but I wanted to point something out, and I want to say Toya is a very mean lady.
Yeah.
The way she when Alicia came in here and she was like, oh, why are you wearing white? Did you get the memo? Like, she's never kind with her words. She always want to feel sound like a good person, but there's this undertone to what she says. I could be telling you something, but in my undertone is like very insulting. Does it make me respectful? Then somebody else comes with a loud tone and shouting, and oh, they'll be like, oh, this is the person that is annoying. I could be annoying too. Just because I'm calm doesn't make me less insulting. And the way that when Sweetie came in and like hugged her, I was like, oh, and hugged Alicia. I was like, oh, you smell nice. She's like, oh, that's not her, that's me. Why did you have to? What was the necessity? What was necessary for you to alter that? Why did you have to say that? It was not necessary. Yes, they gave her a compliment that she was smelling good. Fine, it was you that was smelling good. Okay, why did you
Yeah.
have to mention it?
I don't know. Those were two little blows right there, that I kind of caught. And I was like, Toya, why, girl? Just why? You know, th- these are new girls here. You know what I'm saying? And you're not trying to scare them away. You guys are trying to form a sisterhood, I thought, you know. But yeah, maybe she wanted more compliments. You know what I'm saying? And she could have said it a little bit nicer, like, girl, go on, I'm gonna give you time to change. I'm gonna stall these girls for a little bit. Go on to change because we're wearing all black.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she didn't say stuff nicely. She her vocabulary, her delivery, put it that way, her delivery is not the best.
Nicest.
Yeah. No, she's not a people pleaser.
Yeah. And I feel like she always wants to have her way.
Yeah.
She always wants to have her way. She always wants to be the one that um I think she just wants to be the boss lady.
Well, it is her trip, but don't make nobody feel small on your trip. I mean, you guys already did that to Quad, for
Mm-hmm.
whatever reasons you had, you know. Don't do that to everybody because then it's gonna come off like you're better than or you're a bully. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. Don't take me out of town and try and bully me.
I'm telling you. I just wanted us to just talk about this because it was one of the most embarrassing. Like I wonder how Alicia would have felt when that was said, because the smallest things tend to make people pissed off or annoyed. I might not say to you that yes, what you said was annoying, but I will go home and start. Some people might go home and start thinking about what you said.
Yeah, well, I
And
would
that's
have
why they
took it.
say the words of the mouth is more hurtful than when you beat somebody up.
Yeah, well, I would have took it as, well, dang, do I stink? Is my perfume stinky or something? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of would have took back on that. Like, well, what is she saying? you know?
Well, anyway, moving forward. They went on different locations. We had Sweet Tea, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Jackie going to, I don't know where it was. There's a vineyard. Why the other ladies, Toya, Phaedra, Simone, and Alicia going to for a mud bath, and I don't know what the rest was about. Now,
A mineral bath or something.
yeah. Is it me, or let's talk about this Toya, this Dr. Jackie, and is it me, or they were trying to baby, they were looking down on babying Sweetie? I don't know, it might be me, but I felt like they were looking down on Sweetie a lot. Like maybe she was not old enough, she was not old enough, she's not sensible enough, she can stand on her own. You all are all married ladies, for God's sake. I don't care if, yes, I'm a 32-year-old married woman and you have been, you're married for long. We are all married. I feel like they have not gotten to an extent that they should understand that as much as, yes, Sweetie is young, I feel like they should also give her the respect she needs, because respect is reciprocal. You cannot be demanding respect from me while you're not giving me that respect. It's never possible. So I feel like they were trying to demean her, like the way they were like shutting her down, the way they were like, "Oh, don't do that again." Like it was giving mommy vibes, and she's not there to be your daughter. She's there as a co-worker like you. I feel like the respect should have been put on it.
Right. I mean, I look at Sweet Tea like she's a breath of fresh air to these stale chicks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you guys, they need to get with the times, let loose. I understand by protecting your face from the sun, but those hats was giving me the 40s, the 30s, the women of the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't nothing cute about those outfits, you know? And yeah, I felt like, they were kind of downing her for being youthful. You know, it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. She's younger, so she's gonna have different views. You know,
Exactly.
the thing is, to try to understand where she's coming from, because she's lived in a different time than we have lived in. You know what I'm saying? And if we all had the same opinion, wouldn't life be boring as hell? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to have a little controversy as long as you can learn from it, and getting to know a person
Exactly.
is trying to understand where they're at, where they've been, and where they plan on going. So I that scene right there was just kind of like, leave her alone. She's a breath of fresh air. Hell.
I feel like they're trying to put her in a place where she has to respect them. She would know that, yes, we are the OGs. They're like putting this thing of, we are the OGs and you're just newbies, that kind of statement.
Yeah, but I know a lot of old people, senior citizens, and some of them know some things, and some of them don't know a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, where have you been? Haven't you picked up any lessons in this life? You know what I'm saying? And then you got these younger generations, where they're more in tune. They see things for what it is. And then you got some of the younger ones that don't know nothing. They ain't trying to know nothing. you know so just because you're a senior, you know doesn't mean that you know everything. So that they need to cut her some slack.
Hmm? I they just need to cut some slack because it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. Now let's go to this conversation here. And we had Miss Alicia talking about her marriage. I'm a Nigerian, and I think at this stage, I think after I watched the episode, after watching RHOP and coming to watch Rise of Everything, I told myself, these Nigerian people coming on reality TV shows and be acting funny, it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable because why will you all be coming on shows and you're showing a bad light, you're advertising a bad light of how Nigerians think, about how Nigerians behave, about Nigerians, how the culture is and everything. Like, I don't like that. And to see Dr. Alicia saying that she grew up with her mom that's a single mom, and her mom taught her you don't need a man. That is yeah. I don't have an offense with that. Her mom teaching her that you don't need a man. I think her mom was trying to avoid a lot of things happening. So I do understand that. But to weigh it to a Nigerian husband, when they played the flashback, I was like, no, damn. But maybe I didn't know see it then when it happened in the episode, but I thought that it was so bad. The way he shushed her in the presence of five other men.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, we're talking important. We're talking important. Oh my God. If it was me, if it was me, the Nigerian person in me, my husband
Mm.
said that in front of those men, I would have slapped you in front of them. Because if you can disrespect me in front of people, you should also expect the disrespect from me too.
Mhm.
Because how did he like the way he was like, oh, I do work. I work. So I expect you to when I'm at home, the house to be clean. That's not a good representative. That's just being a narcissist. That's just being bad. Don't use that. And one thing about these shows I don't like is that when they say, okay, they're Nigerians. Imagine Simon saying he came from Zamunda. Like it's offensive. And I don't blame them because when you hear the things that come out from his mouth, it can as well come from Zamunda for all I care.
Mhm.
Because how will you be an African, a Nigerian, and you're going on the show being like, oh, my culture told me that a man will go work and the woman, your wife is also working. She's also a working class lady. She's working
Yeah.
and you should expect her to come home, take care of the new babies, clean the house, even when she's stressed, even when she's tired, and you say that your culture, you are hiding under the culture. Really. Blatantly hiding under the culture and saying, no, as Nigerian men, that's what we'll be taught. No.
Mm.
I know every country has their culture, every place have their culture and tradition. Doesn't mean that you have to take a lot of them. I know there's so many of us that our culture, our beliefs doesn't align with how you see things. Some of them you leave behind and some of them you pick up and continue with them. Some of them you leave behind because it doesn't align with you.
Mhm.
But for you to say yes because you're a Nigerian and you believe that your woman should be cleaning, cooking, doing everything, taking care of the kids, why you should just be there enjoying your life and shushing her. When you want to move, that's when you guys will move. When like it doesn't make she's trying because she said, we've had ups and downs and we are still married. She's trying. It cannot be me. Sincerely, it cannot be me.
Yeah, I just want to get back to when you said that she said that her mom told her, don't depend on a man. I think that's what every woman who's been through something
Yeah,
expresses to her daughter, to to be independent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Know how to think for yourself, know how to do for yourself.
yeah.
You know, don't wait on your significant other or uh someone you're interested in, oh, and they're pursuing you. Don't wait on them to do stuff for you. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? If it needs to be done,
Do
you know,
it.
have the know-how, the education, and the application of knowing how to get things done. You know, uh, me as a mother of some daughters, I've taught them those same values. You know what I'm saying? Educate yourself, learn how to do this. Because great if you do end up finding the love of your life. That's great if everything works out. But if it doesn't, you need to know how to take care of you. You need your own career. You know, um, you need your own car, your your own money coming in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
a woman who's been through something, she passes that on to her daughters,
uh
because you'd never want to see your daughters in that situation to where they
situation,
don't know,
yes.
yeah, where they don't know what to do and where to go and where to find the information, you know. So, then, uh, what else were you saying? About, uh,
About the husband.
yeah, about the husband. Yeah, like, he's supposed to be a team player. If he see that she's tired, come grab one of those babies. You know, try and help feed them, bathe them, read them a story, put them to sleep. So that gives her time to, clean or tidy up or go take her shower or her bath, or you know what I'm saying? Like, be a team player. Like, what is up with that? She might as well be a single parent if she is doing everything basically on her own with raising the kids. So yeah, I didn't like when he said that. It just kind of made me feel some kind of way. Like, wow,
And
he's never done this
I
himself.
and I also feel like because her mom has told her you shouldn't depend on the man, so I think she has over stressed the lesson to even the point where it's not needed, where she feels like, okay, I can run my home by myself even without the presence of my husband. Sometimes lessons that we're taught, we overstretch it,
Right. I mean,
even beyond the scope that it was taught to you about. That's what I mean.
hmm sometimes when you have little kids like that are toddler and baby age, it's balance. It's scheduling, and everything doesn't always stick to a schedule, but in your mind, you still have to have that, like, between this time we're going to do this. After lunch we're going to play for a minute, and then there's nap time. That means, hey, either you can take a nap with them, or you can get excuse me, or you can get things done that you need to get done while they're asleep. But it has to be a regimen with little kids. They get tired quick, you know so hopefully she'll find the swing of that.
Yeah. I just hope that she would literally learn. As in, like, I hope probably these ladies will influence her in the positive light. That's just my own take, that will influence her in a positive light.
Right.
Well, Moving forward, what did you feel about the scene when they were doing the final dinner and the things that was said in this dinner?
Remind me because, like I said,
Okay. They were talking about the choices they made, sorry, the best things that happened to them during the dinner and during the whole trip. You know, what happened, the things that they did, and the things that they regret. If there's any regret they had, and they were like, oh, they don't regret the things that happened. And some of them were like, oh, I was happy that Quad left, and I was happy that Toya, you became happy. And Phaedra was like, I'm happy, Toya, you got what you wanted. It was giving me shades that was unnecessary. To tell her that I was happy that Quad, saying that Quad left. I'm happy that Toya, you got what you wanted. So at the end of the day, are you guys all agreeing that Toya really wanted for um this lady to leave the group? It was Toya's choice for Kwad to leave the group, and you guys just went along with it, like saying that she was not a good friend. Like everybody sitting down there, and we had Dr. Jackie talking about accountability. That what pissed me off. Because I don't know whether you knew during the festive period, something came about her. You know, she talked to the vice president
right.
about women's mortality rate, and it came out that she doesn't even practice what she preaches.
What?
And she's one of those doctors that don't like seeing black women, all
Oh
those
my
kind
God.
of things when they're pregnant, and she's always rude. And she, like, a lot of things came out during that time, and that's why people were saying that the show was literally gonna drop because it was so bad. And for
Mm.
how many days that thing happened, she never took accountability. All of them were like, oh, Dr. Jackie is a good person. She's a good doctor. She's a do. I did a video on it during the festive period. Like,
Hmm.
Dr. Jackie is a good person, is a this person, that. She never took accountability. And the rumor was spreading, allegedly, probably they said, like, there was a video I watched on somebody said probably allegedly the producers had to ask her to come and apologize because it was the scandal was bad.
Oh wow.
It was so bad. After what they did to Quad, I think a lot of people went digging to try to, sometimes it's when you do something that people remember you or own back did.
Hmm.
People started digging into most of them, and they found that about Dr. Jackie, and it was so big. She was not even on the Instagram live. Normally she's always on the Instagram lives, but she was not in the Instagram live. They did this by yesterday, so I probably will see her by next week's Instagram live. But just the thing is, she was there sitting down talking about accountability, and I laughed because how you talk about accountability when all of you across that table don't even know the word called accountability. You only did it because Toya wanted it to be done, nothing else. That's just what I wanted to just say. And the way she was like, oh, Toya was like, I'm happy that we have 3 newbies in the group. I'm like, oh, girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was it in the contract that Quad had to be on this trip. You know what I'm saying? Was it pre-written that she had to take this trip with them, and they decided, hey, look, she's been here 24 hours. That's taking the trip. Let's tell her to go. I don't know how it was, but yeah, I figured, if you're just ruling out women that aren't married to medicine, then why is Phaedra still there? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand why you're going to get rid of Quad and you're not getting rid of Phaedra. I felt like Quad should have just stayed for the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her attitude would have changed. Maybe they all would have got along. Who knows? We will never know, because like you said, Toya really didn't want her presence there, you know. And as far as accountability, yeah, these OGs, man, look, I don't know what to say about these women. They're snooty, they're arrogant. I mean, you can only tell how they deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? Some of them you know. And so, yeah, they'll never take accountability. And as far as Dr. Jackie being uppity and snooty when she has patience, she should be grateful that she does have patience. You know what I'm saying? Don't be phony. If you don't want to deal with a black woman, then maybe you need to, and you can't by law just say, hey, well, I don't want to deal with black women in my office. I would rather not, because that's discrepancy, you know. So I'm pretty sure by the HIPAA laws, you can't do that, you know. So, yeah, it's sad to hear that, because I kind of expected more from her, but, she's a reality TV star. I guess that becomes first than being a doctor.
Yeah, I felt offended like watching them across the table. Like it was pissing me off watching them across the table talking about accountability. Like, don't talk about accountability when you can't do the same. Don't. Just because you are focused on one person. When you want to preach something, make sure you practice what you preach. Me, I'm all for that. If you tell me that A is A, I should see you practicing A is A. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to come see you practicing B when I see you. It's unfair. So if you
Mm-hmm.
tell me A is A, let A be A. That's
Mm-hmm.
just all. And the way they sat down there with their, I like it was annoying. It was annoying to me. And Toya was like, this is the girls' trip I planned. So you literally like everything just points out to me that she wanted to just bring Quad to embarrass her and disgrace her and send her back home. That was
Right.
the thing that she wanted because what's the meaning of, oh, this is the real girls trip that I did plan. So you wanted to bring Quad to embarrass her. The thing is that I don't know if you noticed after that episode, the last episode before the break,
Mm-hmm.
everything went downward for Mighty Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
They were bashed, they were insulted, they were dragged. The street was not kind to them.
Wow.
Yeah, most of them had to off their comment section on
Mm.
Instagram
Oh, wow.
so as not to get hate that was coming to them. Because a lot of people were like, why are you guys acting like this to Quad when all of you are guilty of the same thing?
Right.
So it was so bad. And I just didn't understand what's like you know what I was scared, because I was seeing all the drama that was happening. All true. I think it even calmed down when we were getting approaching towards the New Year's. But all through the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas period, the street was hot for every one of them.
Wow.
Every single one of them. They got it hot. After that episode, the way they treated Quad, everybody was giving it to them. The street was not happy. They were bashing all of, especially the OGs. The newbies were saved, but the OGs and Fedra,
Right.
they, they got it hard because everybody was coming hard on them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I can see why. I mean, that was just wrong. Why invite her anyway? If that's how you felt and that's what you guys knew what you were gonna do, because if you remember, Toya was getting on what's her name? Dr. God, I can't even think of her name right now. Not Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone. She was getting on
Mm-hmm.
Toya was getting on Dr. Simone about, basically where do you stand? You know, are you gonna do what's
Mm-hmm.
right? Are you gonna stand on what you talk about or you know? So she was already lining up the ammunition.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm literally happy that right now maybe everybody was gonna rest, and I want to see. I feel bad because I love my to medicine, and a lot of viewers. I got a lot of viewers, and I got a lot of people that came to watch my videos about love of married to medicine. You know, I know apart from this life we do, I normally drop videos, so a lot of people got to know me with the videos
Mm-hmm.
and it would come live, people would watch. So I was pissed off that that kind of thing happened, and I already was speculating that um the views, the viewers were gonna drop watching the show, the ratings were gonna drop because you know how this thing works. When
Right.
people don't see it going the way they want, people tend to start dropping it and moving along. And that was my
Mm-hmm.
fear during the festive period. I was literally, I kept on like praying, like, God, please don't let Married to Medicine drop. But after I watched this episode, I was like, wow, I think it's certainly gonna drop
Mm.
because the episode was not given, and we still got to be mentioning Quad's name, and we and the ladies were like feeling as if what they did was right. And what they
Mm.
did was a very comfortable thing to do. So that's the thing. Like I feel like even on the video I posted on a norm, like as a last year, I know the numbers of views I usually get when I post those videos, but now it has gone so bad, and I'm like, I hope it's not going to affect the show.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not going to affect. I can't wait to see the ratings coming out and see how they did in today's episode, in yesterday's episode. I can't wait to see.
Wow, would definitely keep me informed. I like to know that myself.
I hope it does. I hope it still keeps up the numbers they've been keeping up all this while. I hope they can. Well, let's come to the last topic for today. Sweet tea. I felt bad for Sweet tea. I don't know. You know, the reason why I felt bad for her is because she has already made a promise. She has made a promise to her now husband that she's gonna give him a child. And now she has cyst, she has fibroid that might literally derail that childbearing stuff happening anytime soon. I felt bad for her because even if Dr. Gregory is all cool and nice now, one of the promises she gave him for this marriage to happen was she was gonna give him a child.
Right.
And if the promise that he's expecting, he's like walking towards, okay, yes, a child is coming, doesn't come.
Mm.
What's the hope? Where's the hope? What will happen? Is it all good? That's my question.
Right. When I seen the episode, I was it saddened me, because I want her to have that baby. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I want things to go right for her and Dr. G. You know, um, but right there, just hey, sometimes reality isn't what we want it to be. You know,
Yeah.
and so and I'm pretty sure she's showing a lot of women how to go through it, how to overcome it, because hopefully, she's gonna overcome it. Because what I seen from Dr. G, it shocked me. That support and that love and that tenderness, that really shocked me. And I'm like,
What
okay,
it could also be for the cameras. Who knows? These people be deceiving us.
oh, but if he is, shame on him. Because, that's a touchy subject, a woman's reproductive system. When you
Hmm?
want a baby and you can't have one, and then you got these women who don't want them and just be having them left and right, you know, where sometimes it just seems unfair, you know. So I wish her luck, good thing she has a twin sister. Maybe her sister can carry a baby for her.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope he can bring himself down to allowing Day to be a surrogate. But I also feel like she was wrong in making that kind of promise because according to her, she said she has been feeling this pain for a year now. So I believe she should have had a little bit of history of how her body system is. So why would you make that kind of promise? I feel like that's a scam too. You
Well,
literally know this is what is going on with your body. So why would you make a promise knowing that your body might not be able to give what you were promising?
well, some women don't like going to the doctors when they feel every little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sure.
Now she's mentioned she had irregular cycles. You know, right there would have been the time to kind of seek some help. You know what I'm saying? With a first opinion and a second opinion. If you're not satisfied with the first, you know. But yeah, a lot of women, they we're the last ones to take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You could be feeling, a little headache coming on or a sore throat coming on, and
Yeah.
you like, let me go get a throat lozenge and drink some tea and keep it pushing. Not
Yeah.
knowing that you're about to come down with something in the next 24 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Sure, sure, sure.
So yeah, we're the last to go get medical attention when we're caring for others around us. But I wish her luck. It's sad. It kind of broke my heart.
Yeah, it kind of because her tears were real because I think she has written another reality for herself now coming to this new reality that it might not work out. I felt bad for her.
Yeah, I think she would have made a good mom.
Yeah, she's gonna really make it really well. But I wish her well. Let's just see how it's gonna continuously play out for her.
Hmm.
Maybe there's hope in the future, for them.
Right.
Well, I guess we've covered that. Is there any other point that was important that we didn't talk about?
Well, no, I mean, we covered, towards the end because the end was with Dr. G, giving her that support that a woman and a
Yeah,
wife
yeah.
need her husband, so it was nice to see that, and I'm just
Yeah,
hoping
it
it
was nice.
wasn't
I was
fake.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it
Yeah.
wasn't fake, but time will
Yeah, I'm
tell.
just hoping it wasn't fake. Yeah, because the cameras are rolling.
Yes, time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. Exactly. Time will tell. But
Hmm.
when Sweetie and Miss and Dr. Heavenly were arguing on the Instagram live, they literally Dr. Heavenly was alleging that Dr. Gregory talks or still calls Quad.
That he allegedly still sees Quad.
Still calls. Like maybe try to get to me or up her. That's what she was alleging. It's not confirmed. It's not real. We don't know yet, but that was on Instagram Live. You could go watch it on my on my YouTube channel. It's there. That's what she was
I
alleging.
definitely
I
will. I definitely
I
will.
don't know.
Now you shocked my curiosity. So yes, I
It's
will.
not. It's not confirmed, but
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm.
just said it there. So if that
Wow.
is really happening, I'm not liking that view.
Right.
I'm not that. Why are you calling on someone that you literally cursed out?
Mm.
Is
Wow.
that why you don't want that? So many questions kept on coming to my head. Is that why you don't want two of them to be friends?
Wow. Oh
Yeah,
my. Mm.
because the way he worked against them being friends is like they never had issues. They were not fighting. They were not arguing. They were not like they just wanted to be cordial.
Right. They didn't have any issues with each other because they didn't know each other.
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh, I just hope it doesn't turn out badly. Like I like Sweetie,
Yeah, me
but
too.
I feel like she should realize that these ladies have been in reality TV for 10 years now, and they know what to do to make you look like a fool.
Oh
They
yeah.
know what points to hit at you, that you literally look like someone that doesn't know what he or she is doing. So I feel like she should not engage too much if they are engaging her. I feel like sometimes she should just lay back and just listen to them. That's what I'll be closing with.
Yeah, like I said, she can't get on their level of how low they can really bring it if they needed to, especially heavenly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You have to have lived a little bit and learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? To even hit that mentality and take it as low as she can take it. You know what I'm saying? And Sweet Tea, she's exactly what her name is. She's sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She hasn't hit that level of vileness yet, you know? So yeah, she has a lot to learn, and hey, learn how to pick a battle.
Yeah, exactly. Eh, Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us today on another review and recap on My to Medicine. You can join us later on today for the Real Housewives of Potomac. We'll see you guys later. But don't forget, before I go, don't forget to click on the subscription button down below to subscribe, like, and comment on our videos while we wait for you. While you guys are waiting for us for Real Housewives of Potomac. Have a nice day.
Bye.